What if I told you that copy-pasting an interface to make all its fields optional is a bug waiting to happen? Every time you add a field to the original, you have to remember to update the copy. Forget once, and your types silently drift apart. TypeScript has a feature that solves this completely. Mapped types. They let you generate one type from another automatically. Master this, and you'll write half the type code you write today. Let's start with a real problem. Imagine you have a user type, and you need a second type where every field is optional, maybe for a form draft. The naive approach is to copy the interface and add question marks everywhere. But now you have two sources of truth. Add a field to user, and your draft type is instantly out of date. This is exactly what mapped types exist to fix. Here is the core syntax. A mapped type loops over the keys of an existing type using the in keyword. The pattern is, for each key, k in key of t, define a property. The keyof operator gives us a union of all the keys, and we iterate over that union. Think of it like a for loop, but for type properties. This single declaration replaces the entire copy-pasted interface. Let's slow down on two pieces here. Key of user produces a union of string literals, ID, name, and email joined by the OR symbol. Then user k is called indexed access. It looks up the type of each property. So when k is name, user k resolves to string. Together, keyof gives you the keys and indexed access gives you the value types. These two operators are the engine that makes mapped types work. Right now, our type only works for user. Let's make it reusable with a generic parameter t. Now partial of t works for any object type you throw at it. And guess what? This is almost exactly how TypeScript's built-in partial utility is defined. You've just reverse engineered the standard library. From here, everything else is just variations on this pattern. Mapped types can attach modifiers to every property. Add readonly before the key, and every field becomes immutable. This is exactly how the built-in readonly utility works. Add a question mark after the brackets, and every field becomes optional. These modifiers apply uniformly to the whole generated type, which is incredibly handy for things like config objects that should never be mutated after creation. Here's something most developers never discover. You can also remove modifiers using a minus sign. Write minus question mark to make every optional field required, or minus read only to make immutable fields mutable again. This is precisely how the built-in required utility is implemented. The plus sign is implied by default, but you can write it explicitly for clarity. This add and remove control is unique to map types. TypeScript 4.1 introduced one of the most powerful additions: key remapping using the as clause. This lets you rename keys as you map over them. Combine it with template literal types, and you can generate getter method names automatically. Here, we turn each property into a getter. Name becomes getName, email becomes getEmail. Capitalize is a built-in intrinsic type that uppercases the first letter. This is type-level metaprogramming. Key remapping has a hidden superpower. If you remap a key to the never type, that key gets filtered out entirely. So you can conditionally drop properties. Here we keep only the keys whose value is a string. Any key that doesn't match becomes never and disappears. This turns mapped types into a filtering tool, not just a transformation tool, like running a where clause over your type's properties. Not every map type starts from keyof. The record utility maps over an explicit union of keys instead. You provide the keys and a single value type, and it builds an object type with all those keys. This is the go-to type for dictionaries and lookup tables. Watch how short the definition is. Just one line. Record is probably the utility you'll reach for most often in real code. Two more everyday utilities are pure map types. Pick selects a subset of keys. It maps over only the keys you specify. Omit does the opposite. It excludes keys, and it's actually built on top of pick using the exclude type. These two let you carve smaller types out of larger ones without duplication. Notice how composable these become once you understand the underlying map type machinery. Here's a subtle but important concept. When a map type uses in keyof t directly, it's called homomorphic. It preserves the original modifiers and structure of t. That's why partial keeps read-only fields read-only. But the moment you map over a separate key parameter, like record does, that preservation is lost. This distinction explains some surprising behavior you'll hit in real projects, especially with arrays and tuples being preserved correctly. Map types become truly powerful when combined with conditional types. Say you want to make only the function-valued properties optional. You map over every key, then use a conditional to check if the value extends a function type. If it does, you apply one transformation. If not, another. This pattern shows up constantly in library type definitions, selectively transforming properties based on their value type. Partial only goes one level deep. But what if you have nested objects and you want every level optional? You build a recursive map type. For each property, check if it's an object. If so, recurse with deep partial. Otherwise, keep it as is. This is essential for things like configuration objects or patch operations in real APIs. Recursion at the type level feels strange at first, but it's just a function calling itself. A common gotcha. Map types distribute differently than you might expect over unions. If you want to transform a discriminated union, you usually combine a mapped type with a helper. Here we build a type that extracts the discriminant values into a lookup. This pattern is gold for state machines and reducer actions, something every React or Redux developer in India working on large apps runs into. Let's tie it together with a real-world scenario. You fetch a user from an API with read-only fields and dates. For an edit form, you need every field mutable, optional, and dates converted to strings. With one composed map type, you generate exactly that form shape from your API type. Change the API type tomorrow, and your form type updates automatically. No drift, no bugs. Remember, types vanish at compile time. They generate zero JavaScript. Let's prove our form type behaves correctly by type checking a small file. We'll assign valid and invalid values and run TSC. The compiler catches the date as date mistake but accepts the string. This is the whole point. Your transformations are enforced before your code ever runs. A few traps to avoid. First, map types only work on object-like types. You can't map over a primitive. Second, the extends object check in recursive types also matches functions and arrays, so guard carefully. Third, key remapping to never silently drops keys, which can hide bugs if you mistype a condition. Knowing these edge cases saves hours of confused debugging. When should you reach for a map type versus just writing the type by hand? If a type is small and stable, manual is fine and more readable. But the moment a type derives from another and must stay in sync, mapped types win. They shine in libraries, generated code, and large code bases. Think of them as the DRI principle applied to your type definitions. Here's a challenge to lock this in. Write a nullable utility that makes every property accept null in addition to its own type. Then try a setters type that generates setName, setEmail, style methods using key remapping. Pause the video, open your editor, and give it a real go. Building your own utilities is how this finally clicks. The starter is on screen. Let's pull it all together. You learn the core map type syntax with keyof and indexed access, how to add and strip modifiers, and the powerful key remapping with the as clause. You also saw how every built-in utility, partial, required, pick, record, is just a map type under the hood. Combine them with conditional and recursive types, and you can model almost anything. So here are the 3 big takeaways. 1. Mapped types loop over key of t to generate new types automatically, killing duplication for good. 2. Modifiers like readonly and optional can be added with plus or stripped with minus. 3. Key remapping with the as clause plus template literals lets you rename and even filter keys. Next up in the TypeScript track, we dive into conditional types and the infer keyword, the perfect companion to everything you learned today. If this finally made map types click, smash that subscribe button and drop your biggest TypeScript question in the comments. We genuinely read every single one.